They speculating, huh? Y'all seen a little bit. Got my head wrapped on my scarf. Hey. Yeah, one time. Ooh. Here, close this one. Shut. Dang. I don't know, but y'all, be honest. Like, I don't like that much. Like, I don't know if y'all get spooked up by that, but like when I'm in the bathroom, I don't like the bright light. I like the dimmer light. Or like this to me right now is like too bright. It's too bright. Even though I like the light, but I also like darkness too. I like, kind of mood setting lighting. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. Here, I'll be back. Get my food out. Ew. Who turned the fan on, bro? Shut it, Mom. Shut it. Shut it right off. Get a fork. You want the baby fork? Stop playing with me. We gonna use red hot. I'm tired of that other so we gonna use the original. So yeah, man. See everybody posting, doing good, as they should. Inspiring, motivating, educating our fellow brothers and sisters on YouTube, or what they say, that cross watchers, We're being watched. Y'all being heard. Amen. Y'all know I said I ain't had no ground beef in a while, but I got some ground beef, white rice, and some this 2 different cooks right here on this plate. And I got Granny's Chinese fried rice with some egg in there. I had to pick out the bacon, got a little bit of ham in it, but we gonna disregard that. But man, collective, I saw this movie the other day. I wanted to share with y'all. I've seen it before, and it came across my mind a while ago, and I was like, man, what's the name of that movie? And I was able to watch it a couple days ago. I seen it on the screen. I'm like, bam, there it go. I'm gonna watch it again. And I can't recall the actor's name, but I will say, if y'all seen the movie Ultra Dog, I believe is the name of it, with Justin Timberlake. He played a bad role, or his character was he wasn't the Justin Timberlake, we typically know. But they had kidnapped this kid. They was like holding him hostage. They ain't kidnapped. They was. Here come Leo. What's up, man? You smell food? Here you go. I'm doing a video, bro. Am I being too loud? My bad. I'll keep it down. I'll keep it down. You already ate. You can't have none of this. I put hot sauce on it anyway, so you can't do it. Matter of fact, here, I give you a piece of one of these that I don't want. Here, come here. Yo, dude, toma. I dropped it. He's so greedy. But anyway, he that young boy that they like they was keeping they was keeping the movie Ultra Dog. They was keep the whatever that young boy was that they end up unaliving and putting in the ditch or whatever and burying him. That's the actor that's in this movie I'm about to tell you about. That's called Odd Thomas, ODD with the name Thomas, Odd Thomas. Now, Odd Thomas in this movie, Odd Thomas, I don't know the actor's name, but he had super psychic abilities, like meaning he was able to talk to the dead, like he was clairvoyant, premonitions, and he was able to detect and read energy, like basically like what I took out of the movie. Why I wanted to see it again was spiritual warfare, the battle between good and evil, angels and demons. And me personally, I feel that he was an earth angel, right? And he like the dead people or the people that crossed over and passed over, most of them, like, they came to him to solve, so he could solve their murders, like, and these people will still be stuck in the 3D, the 3D, and they haven't fully crossed over, I feel, to the 5D or even higher up, because they were still trapped. Like, basically their killers were still not caught, not brought to justice. And once they finally did, like, once, you know, their perpetrators were caught, then they were, excuse me, it's getting late. They were able to be freed, like, then they could go, like, transcend fully and be at peace, right? So in this movie, he was able to and that's the thing, like, you could kind of call it a gift and a curse. Like, he had these gifts, these abilities. Oh, one thing I want to mention, that, like, his mom, because they mentioned his mom, like, ended up going, oh my god, forgive me, his mom ended up going into the nut house, right? And what he said at the beginning of the movie, he was like, he kind of kept a low profile. Like, he didn't want people to know that he had these gifts, because I feel he was nervous to learn from his mom. Like, if he shared certain things with people, they go think he's super crazy. So he like, I liked how he kept it low. You know, he just, like, hey, kept to himself, didn't really share what he knew and what he felt with his psychic powers and his abilities, that so nobody would catch on, and then he'll wind up like his mom. So I'm trying to figure out, like, because I didn't recall about the dad, but I mean, he came from his mother. Like, I don't know who gave him. I believe his mother was the one that, like, gave him, you know, passed on those traits or those psychic abilities to him. All right, so now the curse part, which I really wouldn't call it a curse. He was so, like, negative entities, like, we'll say spirits, demonic spirits, he was able to perceive, and it was so vivid. Like, he would have these dreams where there was a scene where there was, like, a massacre at a bowling alley, And all the dead people, like, you could, that passed that night, you couldn't see their faces, but they was like, he was walking one night, and like he perceived it. He's like, he felt something was following him, and he couldn't see it at first. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it right now. Look at this. Woo! Goosebumps, yo. Look at my hairs on my arms. Straight up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at you. Still hungry. He eats good. So he eats natural, organic. Like they prep his food every day. He don't eat dog food. He eats like whole food. Like, yeah. Alright, so he's in that, he's walking, and he perceives somebody's following him, and come to find out it was the people. They just came out of nowhere, and it was like more than 10 of them, and you couldn't see their face was like blurred out, but they were like coming up to him, and they're like, help us, or whatever. And then he woke up like he was dreaming this, and then he was even dreaming. It was so vivid that the people that ended up getting shot, when he woke up, he had like, his stomach was like, basically he had like a gunshot in his stomach, and he had blood in his hands, and it just went away once he fully woke up, right? So I'm telling you this to show you, to tell you how tapped in he was to the other side, right? Now, mind you, in the movie, he had a childhood friend, this girl. They were basically sweethearts, like they was meant to be with each other. I'm giving y'all the movie so y'all can see it. So, I'm not going to spoil. I'm giving y'all the movie in the simplest version, or to my knowledge, what I recall. So, him and this girl, I mean, they were inseparable. Like, they was real cool. Like, you could tell that they childhood, they bond, they was just real good friends. They could rely and count on each other, like, do about anything. And then it just led to them, like, and I never forget, like, so in the movie, they was at like a carnival or something, and they went to that little that machine where the gypsies in it, and it gives them a fortune. And then the fortune say, I can't recall, but it was like, y'all gonna be with each other for forever. Like, he paid a quarter, and that was the fortune. And it turns out to be true, So, where I want to get at, why I wanted to see the movie again, was I always thought about it like, he worked at this diner, and then one day he saw this dude come in, and this dude was just like, in the movie, the way they pictured, like, dude was just super weird. Like, you could tell, like, this, like, a weirdo for real, to the utmost. Like, super weird. Just weird vibes, like eerie, negative, demonic. And the thing was, he would see these, I'd say, I don't know what he called them in the movie, but they were basically, I consider them what they were how the movie director displayed them as, was they were demons. And these demons would just be floating around, lingering around, looking for vessels, looking for other people. They were looking for meat suits, for vessels who they could latch on and feed onto. And these vessels that they were looking for were for negative, people with like negative habits, like demonic, just people that wanted to be possessed. Because they would float around, they would move around, and they would pass other people who were just, you could tell, like, that's a pure soul, or those people don't really have, they take care of their bodies, they don't indulge in, like, negative stuff, right? You could say sin, or, like, they didn't indulge into negativity. Now this one particular guy, he sat down, and they just like huddled over him. They were like, look, we found the perfect person. We found the perfect vessel that we could latch into and feed off of, right? And I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Like the way they depicted the movie was like, I'm like, that's spiritual warfare right there, bro. Like, remember, it's not then, like I always say, it's not the person. Well, to that extent, it's like, yes, it is the person, but it's really not the person. It's what's the demons that are inside that person. Like, even to the point where, like, for them demons to want to latch on and sniff him out, they already know, like, this a perfect candidate. This person does this, that, and the third, indulges in these things. So why not him? He's perfect. You know, because I say, like, it's not always the person. It's the spirit, or the spirits that are inside of a person. You know, what demonic strongholds does this person indulge in? And that's for anybody, like, meaning that you deal with it on a day-to-day basis. And some people could cover that up pretty good. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, check it out. And what was even more weird was that I learned that he passed away. Like, he crossed over, and like, yeah, he crossed over. I want to say, like, when was it? 2016? Because I had to Google it. I'm like, I went to the Wikipedia, where I went to Google, and it led me to his Wikipedia. And I want to say that movie came out. See, now I don't want to, like, basically, I want to say that was his last movie. And that's why, like, what intrigued me to watch the movie again was, like, this was the last movie he did, yo. Like, I only seen him in 2 movies, which was Odd Thomas, his last movie, and then in Ultra Dog. Ultra Dog, that's even what it sounds like. That's the name of a hot dog place we got here in the city. Oh my gosh. Ultra Dog? I don't know if that's the name of the movie. The one with Justin Timberlake or whatever. So, those are the only 2 movies that I've seen him in. And just to see him grow up and play this role in the movie I'm telling you about, at Odd Thomas. And to me, it's just, I was just going to say, it's odd that he passes away. I don't know the time frame. I'll just say shortly after that movie. So I'm doing research on him. Actually, he was born in March. I believe he's a Pisces. I can't think of March what, but yeah. Once you type the movie in, Odd Thomas, and you look at the the cast, you'll see him. I learned that he was born in Russia. He's actually Russian. He was born in Russia. He's it said Jewish. He was even like, yeah, so like, your homie was up there, like, in his blood, his DNA, like, to me, I feel he was special. He was special. You know how they say, like, certain royal families, or even these actors, you know, like, everybody's handpicked, like, actors, actresses, your singers, your local pop stars, like, people that are in the industry. Some of them are handpicked, like, you know, at birth, and their parents, like, I don't want to say sign them off, but sign them up to make money, and to eventually possibly be sacrificed, you know. So what was odd, I'm like, how did he die? Because, like, when I found out he passed away, I didn't really look into it. I'm like, how did he pass? So as I'm reading it, you know what's crazy? It said he was at his house, and the gate for him to get in, like, he was having issues with his gate. So he must have parked, like, basically, this is his gate, and he parked far back. He must have walked up to his gate. His car, his Jeep Cherokee, ended up crushing him into the gate. I'm like, now, do he live on a hill? Like, I could imagine, like, but I'm like, what? That don't even make sense, bro. Like, talk about freak accidents. Like, bro, there's no coincidences to me in life. Like, the way I think and how I look at and perceive things happen for a reason. Excuse me, good or bad. But for him to go out like that, like, one thing that I learned, like, when people get sacrificed, yo, like, there's a ritual done. You know what I'm saying? There's a ritual that's done, I'll say, during a lunar cycle or during a certain moon cycle, prior, leading up to a person's death. Like, if you learned anything about the music industry, how they used to take the records, we're talking like way back in the day, even today, still do it today, but way back in the day, certain artists or groups that had became very popular and very what's the word I'm looking for, just got rich. Like, they records, they album, they song just was hits. A hit, and then it just kept making hits after hits at, like, because that whole album had hits on it, and they just became super recognized, super popular. So what they would do, and I'm gonna give you the person name who taught me this, who I like, followed his work and heard what he had to say, because he was a part of the industry himself. But he said he got saved by Jesus Christ, and repented from all that wickedness and whatever. I'll do another video on him. But he said that they would take the record of their song, and it'd be like in a dark room. You could say, like, he said they put it over a pentagram, like they would be doing a ritual during a lunar cycle, a certain lunar cycle, and they will play the record backwards, I believe. And they will do this ritual in a room where there'd be this pentagram, right? And basically, if you don't know who the prince of the air is, it's Lucifer. That's why most of this music is like, he controls the air, the airwaves, like the throne of the air, you know. And what I learned, Lucifer he was the head of the choir in the heavens once upon a time. So it's not hard to figure out. Like, that's why this music is so catchy and demonic, and it just fucks people up. If, like, it sounds smooth, but you be thinking, like, how did I learn that song so fast? Because they doing spells on it. They play it they do it during a certain lunar cycle. And it just, they send the mute, like, basically everything is energy. The frequency goes out to the universe, and they're not doing it in a nice way. They're doing it in a demonic way. So, for those that know, and for those that don't know, that's that's how you easily get caught up and put in a trance. But same thing applies with sacrifices, with rituals. That some of these entertainers, somebody very close to them, they be like, dang, how homie die or whatever. And because once they close friend gets sacrificed, then they level up, they move up. It's not hard to tell, man. Some people be like, "Oh, you know, like do your research, yo. This type of stuff goes down. It's been going down for since way, way, way back to it still goes on today." Like even after the movie, I was scrolling for another similar movie to it. Man, it took me to some old movies like back in the 80s, the 70s. And when I see these titles, I'm like, what? I'm like, they've been doing this demonic shit for this long? Like, yes. And the thing is, like, the titles were just like, what you see going on now, it's like, what's really going on? I'm like, they were telling you way back then. Or even like I just saw my baby say something like, conspiracy theorist things that were said before have actually come to date now, like now. So it's like, you know, like I said before, in order for dark covens or societies to do their work, they have to show you. It's like it's in their law for in the craft, in the witchcraft that they practice, or whether they learn certain occult techniques or occult knowledge that they're using in a negative, dark way. They have to show you what they're gonna do, because if they don't, it goes against the magic that they're doing in their teachings, in their belief. Like, then it won't work. Then, like, yeah, they gotta show you. So the world's just a big old stage, man. And just learning that life is really a game. You gotta know how to play it. There's good, there's evil. Everything is energy. And once you know how to protect yourself, meaning protect your energy, set boundaries, or even if you allow people, or you cross your boundaries, or you allow people to cross your boundaries, as long as you stay, you pray over yourself. You understand? And you learn certain techniques, like you've learned, like meaning that for every action there's a reaction. So once you learn how people who want a reaction out of you, who want to harness and drain your energy, or get some of your energy, that could be through your presence, through you physically being there or next to them, or them being next to you, or even to the fact, like, the biggest energy, the biggest form of power is sex. You understand? So sexual energy, meaning when a man, like, I'm still on semen retention. Like, I haven't, glory be to God, I haven't released since October 4th and 5th, and that's like, to me, I feel that, like, the enemy knows that, especially me being a Cancer, and me knowing, like, being so intuitive to where, like, my gut talks to me, like, meaning, like, to me, I consider this to be my first brain, and surviving here in this matrix. Like, my gut don't lie to me. It'll always let me know, like, yo, be on guard, or this person, or this setting, like, it'll just talk to me, yo. Like, it'll tell me fight or flight, or even to the point where I could perceive people that I come across, that whether I know or don't know, I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like, if I'm like, it's signaling me, or I could say, like, I could feel that person's energy. Like you think that you're nervous when they're actually nervous, but they're just putting on a front to try to intimidate you. You feel me? So I always go with my gut. My sacral chakra never lies to me, and yeah. And that's the only, like, so, like, if I give my energy to a certain particular woman, whether I got history with or somebody new, and it all depends on that woman. Like, does that woman mean me well? Does she have good intentions? Does she have certain demons in her, or is she pure? Is she, like, full of light, full of life, full of wisdom, full of love? Like when we have sex, like it could be magical if that woman's like it means has pure intentions. But if that woman has like the Jezebel spirit in her that she's hiding very well, like then that's when like me or the dude, then you fucked pretty much. The sin is gonna feel good. The act is gonna feel good at the time, cause you know what I'm saying. But you better believe you will reap the aftermath within a week, a couple days, a month. Like it'll take its course. It'll take its effect. So that's why I say like you gotta protect your energy, or even women, you gotta watch. You know, with this incubus, like incubus are men, incubus spirits are men, and succubus spirits are women. You gotta watch, like you know, for the ladies, like you gotta watch what man you allow to penetrate you, because you don't know what spirits that man has. You don't know how many partners that man has. And like I say, sex is basically stands for sexual energy exchange. Y'all just exchanging energies. So you gotta watch who you sleep with. That's why they say protect your body, protect your temple. You know, because if you don't, you're allowing demonic spirits inside of you that person is holding in, or that person's emotions, or like they can have trauma. They can have slept with so many people. And when you sleep with other people like that, you know what I'm saying? You was actually sleeping with their past partners and their past partners. You know, it's a fucking cesspool. You understand? That's why I say like, you know, I thank God that my dad like taught me about HIV and AIDS awareness. Like, you know, how pure, how important and powerful blood is, and how careful you gotta be. And I'm not even talking like blood, like I was just talking like, to me, STD stands for sexually transmitted demons. You know, first you catch the demon, and then if you fucked around and you ain't take care of yourself, or was wise, then you get the man-made disease. Man-made, yeah. Okay? So, yeah, man, stay prayed up. Protect your energy, protect your peace, and just know that, well, like I'm learning that I could be around certain people who wronged me in the past, and you know, whether they change or they haven't, or, but I'll just say like life's a game. You gotta know how to play the game. Period. Like they know. Basically, I'll just say this: certain demons already know who I am. Period. And that person that was trying to send you certain demons or do things to you to hurt you or delay your life, or like spiritually attack you in the spiritual realm, they can't do that no more. Seriously, they can't do it no more. It doesn't fucking work, because you've mastered and you've learned and you've healed and you've defeated these motherfucking demons. Period. So to the point where these demons now like obey you. Some of them scared of you, and stronger ones are like, yo, I work for you now. Not saying that you call on these demons, but these demons know they can't fuck with you. These demons know you got big angels by your side that fight and protect you all day, every day, day and night, my baby. So, it's duality. Some people say they against it or whatever. Whatever. We all got light and dark in us. You know? Ain't nobody always thinking clear all the time, or like, oh, like, you know, like, that's why I say, don't catch me on an off day, or I don't gotta take a piece of your hair to do no fucking witchcraft or none of that shit. Or all I gotta do is just use my tongue. I tell my angels, I give them the command, or I say the words I gotta say, and your ass will get lit the fuck up. Point blank, period. Like that, or it'll take time. They be like, damn, Los, why you gotta do that? Well, shit, you gotta fight fire with fucking fire. Period. Nobody go get, man, look, like I always say, everything starts in the spirit before it manifests in the physical. That's it. That's the beginning and the end of the story, straight like that. So, yeah, man. But like I say, all in all, I mean well. I don't use my gifts that God gave me and my abilities to harm others or to get over on other people or to, like, shoot, if you really want to talk about it, like, if I wanted to rule the world or start an army or some like, you know, get on some Magneto shit, I could do that shit. But I don't do that, because that's not what God want me to do. That's not what the Most High want me to do, or the universe. I came here to help, heal, protect, teach, bring awareness, and fight the good fight. I'm on the front lines. And like I say, it get gully sometimes in the spirit. Like, you have to, like, you kind of got to tap into your dark side to fight these motherfuckers off. And let them know, like, you ain't gonna fuck with me. Period. I got big angels, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all should know by now. You should know by now. Like I say, God protects his children. We special. I said this whole thing with a hunchback. But yeah, man. Read your Psalm 91. Read your Psalm 23. And put your spiritual armor on. Do your Ephesians 6 verses 10 through 20. And we don't operate out of fear. We operate out of love and boldness. You know? So that's just what it is. Thank y'all for listening. If y'all want to check out that movie, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty good movie. Yeah, man. It's gratitude all day. I kind of want to say, like, I don't know what the fuck going on with my numbers, but I'm not even paying them no mind. I'm grateful for everything. Like, and can't nobody send shit, like, no delay my way or whatever. Like, if you think you doing something, you ain't doing shit. You actually just fucking yourself over. So, I'm cooling, man. I'm cooling. I'm being patient. Yeah, I'm being patient on some new friendships here that y'all know who y'all is. Y'all know who y'all is. So, like I said, I'm cooling, but while I'm cooling, I'm still living. You understand? I'm living as righteous as I can. Like I said, I know energy, man. I know how to protect my energy, and overall, I'm not just living for me. You know, I put God first. I put me second, and I take care of my daughter, man. I talked to my daughter, even my stepdaughter today. Like, I took her to an interview, and I just talked to her, man. Like, I just, you know, I give her the game early and teach her about life, spiritual warfare, energy and attitude, gratitude, like all that. Just, you know, just put her on game early, because I've been fortunate enough to, they're special. They so special when, and like, God chose them, that they, you know, they need guidance. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here, to guide them. And just teach them about themselves, teach them about life, teach them about how this world operates, and what to expect and what to do in certain situations when, you know, life gives you lemons, or there's a war, or like there's some form of delay. And I just, you know, I teach them about my experience and what I've learned, so they can know how to get past it, solve it, and not react in a negative motion or in a negative state of mind, whether angry, sad, or confused. Like those are all natural characteristics or emotions, but on how to stop them in their tracks and proceed and use a positive frame of mind and just switch it up to where like you don't dwindle there. You just, all right, I checked it. That's how I'm feeling. Let me get up out of this and, you know, high power. So yeah, man. Thank you. I felt I talked enough. Um, but like I said, gratitude all day. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the love and support. Do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, comment, like, share, and you already know, man. Palante, straightforward. You know, fighting the good fight. Love, my baby. Peace. Shalom.